Hi guys! Thank you for those who subscribed to my channel yesterday and liked my video. I really appreciate it. I'm Isabel and this is Kaiser. You will be seeing him a lot in my videos. I am going to try and post a video every day if I can. I just show dogs, and training Kaiser takes up a lot of time, so it's really hard a lot of times to post anything. But today I wanted to go over the type of equipment that I like to use on Kaiser. Now, not every service dog team uses the same equipment, it's more of just a preference, but this is what I enjoy using and what I find works best for him. So for treats, I like to use these things called Little Links. They are made by Zooks. They come in chicken and beef. I find that he likes the beef best, and they seem to really be a nice high reward for him for if he does really well or he does what I ask him to do the first time. It's a really good high reward treat. They are made here in the US, so there's, no, very unlikely that there will be any case of them being taken off the shelf. That's just some of the treats that I like to use. I also use chicken. For low, not such a high treat, I use his dog food. He is a lab, so he will eat just about anything. So that works for that. Now, to the equipment I like to use. Ready for the equipment? Yeah? Okay. I use a PetSafe treat pouch. Now, I like to always have treats with me. He's at the point where he doesn't need treats for everything because the things I ask him to do, he should do without me having to give him a treat. But I always like to carry them just in case we go to someplace new, or if he's just not having one of his best days and they need to get his attention back on me. I just like to have them. So in my treat pouch, I like to carry two things with me. I like to carry his identification tag saying that he is in fact an assistance dog in training. By law, it is not legal for us to carry anything that identifies him as a service dog or a service dog in training, but I still like to have them just in case I get asked by a restaurant or a store or a movie theater, any place like that, to ask me to leave because he's not a service dog in training. I can just easily pull it out and say yes, he is. On the back, it states the law and that he can't be separated from me unless it's from an authorized person or the organization. So that's just one thing I like to have, just kind of as a reinsurance in the future. I use clicker training for Kaiser. The organization wants us to use clicker training because clicker training, they learn very fast. Kaiser learns things often within 2 to 5 minutes of a new task because he understands what the clicker means. Yeah. So clicker training is a great way to teach your dog just about any cue that you need to teach him for your assistance or if he's in training. Now for leashes, I like to use these leather leashes. I find them very nice, they're easy to grasp, and they also have 2 different lengths. So as you can see, this is one length, which is a pretty good, decent length, but it also has a clip that you can remove and move down to this clip for a bit more of an extension, because some people like to work their dogs on a longer leash. I kind of like to keep it a bit shorter so I can keep him closer to me, especially if we're in a crowded place like the mall during Christmas. But that's just a preference, there again. So whatever works for you is, fine. I also ordered this leash wrap off of a site on Etsy, and it says no touch, no talk, working service dog. Even though he is not a full working service dog yet, I like to have it on here because I find that people often don't make noises at him and don't ask me questions all the time about him, which makes it easier for me to train Kaiser. But then again, it's also just a preference, but I find it really useful for me. I like to have a harness on Kaiser. It just works best for him. I do work him in his collar, but often I work him in his Easy Walk harness. He just seems to do a lot better with the harness on, so that's what I like to use. Easy Walks are really nice because they're safe and they don't harm the dog in any way, but all you do is you have your front clip, which goes on their chest, and the different colored strap, as you can see, is gray in this one. They do come in different colors, so it just depends on the color you get, but this one, the different colored strap is gray, so this one just goes under his belly, snaps, and you are good to go. I like to use front clips. Just for me, I find it a little more easier to train them, even though I do use a harness with a back clip. but I will get into that in just a second. Jacket wise, service dogs are not legally required to wear jackets, but I find it's easier in businesses and people don't confront you more if you have the jacket on them. So Power Paws does give us jackets for our dogs. It has Power Paws on both sides. And they do have pockets, which is really nice because I can put my keys and my phone or anything that I need to train Kaiser in his jacket. So that is a custom Power Paws jacket. But I did also buy off of like Amazon this plain red and black service dog vest, which here has the back harness, which is not my favorite thing in the world, but I do like for him to learn to work on different types of equipment just so he gets used to it for his future person. It does say service dog on both sides, and it does have a handle, so when he gets bigger I can work him as a mobility dog. So that was just a bit of the equipment I like to use. There are some other things I do use, but I tend to use this stuff that I did show you guys all the time, which is really nice. Right? We like our equipment. Yeah. So now I am going to go over some of the questions I received. Done. Good boy. How old is Kaiser? Kaiser is a almost 10-month-old lab. He will be 10 months on December 26th. Which I think might be already. Yeah, well, he's already 10 months. So yeah, 10 months old. He's very smart, but he's very puppy-like still, but he is a lab, so it does take them a little bit more time to mature. How long does it take to train a service dog? This really kind of depends on the dog. Kaiser is done really well for a 10-month-old, but it usually, for me, it takes them between a year to 2, just for them to kind of mature. Labs mature a lot later than, say, Goldens or Australian Shepherds or anything like that. So for him, it'll probably be more about 2 years, but he already knows a whole bunch and he does really well. Where do you guys live? Kaiser and I live in Arizona, which is where Power Paws is actually located. It's a great state, and a lot of the businesses here seem to know the law, even though we did go to a place the other day that claim they know the law, but they didn't. But I will go over that in my next video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and please like and subscribe down below. I will put and add some more photos and videos of Kaiser and some of the tasks that he knows how to do. But Kaiser and I'd like to say thank you and bye!